going to teach you how to save space or make the most out of the space that's already in your carry-on suitcase. When you pack in a carry-on, you are either going to make more space or save more space. See if you can hear the difference. One way of packing travel essentials allows you to fit more in. And if you think of how you pack in a different way, you can make more space in your suitcase. Another helpful tip is to save more of the space that is already in that suitcase. I know that sounds like a lot to take in, or you think I'm actually telling you the same things, but I'm not. With these travel tips about the space in your suitcase, I may change the way you've always thought and give you some really creative ideas for your thinking. Click the bell beside subscribe so you'll never miss a free travel tip video from me. I am a Houston pilot wife sharing tips to help you travel the globe again one day without a worry in the world. You know that before you even make that packing list, you have one thing that you have to check first, and that is the weather at your destination so that you know the shoes you absolutely need to have in your travel outfits. One travel hack for you about packing shoes is to know that you do not have to pair them up when you put them in the suitcase. And that sounds like a simple idea, but it's just a different way of thinking, oh, that's just the way I've always done it. Why do I always put my pairs of shoes together? So you can separate them. Okay, get ready because here's all my stuff that I save every trip. I usually pack my shoes in this outer flap. I also have used a free newspaper bag. I have used a fancy travel bag for shoes that came in my packing cube set that I bought last fall. I have also used a shower cap and a fancy shoe bag, but you can also use a trash bag. And a lot of times I'm able to squish or smush one shoe in between some packing cubes or in some kind of outer pocket of space that I can find. If you need to pack a lot of vacation outfits, then that means you need to fit more in your suitcase, which means you need to make more space. And the way that I make more space open up is I make everything tinier. I make everything more compact or smaller. And one way I do that is with compression packing cubes. Compression packing cubes compress the air or the space that's between all of your clothes, thus making more space open up. So here's my packing cube, which is really a rectangle. You finish zipping the first zipper, and then there is a compression zipper that actually smushes and compresses everything. Our goal in this way of thinking is to make more space. If you need to pack more makeup or travel essentials, I suggest using pouches that you've gotten for free or through monthly makeup subscriptions. I bought these little TRAVELON pouches that are mesh, so they're almost see-through. You can pack those pouches into empty pockets of space. When I pack for a trip, here are the places where I can fit more in. There's a cavern that your suitcase handles makes as it goes into your suitcase. You can store flip-flops or any flat-ish type shoes in there, or you can even fit like a skinny packing cube that has your underwear and socks or tech gadgets in it. You can pack in the outer pocket of your suitcase flap, and then you can also pack in that inner mesh pocket of your outer flap. If you pack with a regular packing cube that does not compress, those are good and what I've used for years because they smush and squish so you can fit more in. You can fit a pouch in or a shoe in between each cube. And then if you use compression cubes, when the extra compression zipper is zipped, it usually bows up the corners. So you can fit more socks under there. You can fit maybe a pouch under there in those bowed up corners of your suitcase underneath the packing cubes. Like I said earlier, if you need to make more space available in your suitcase, you want to think tighter, more compact, and smaller. Many of you have asked for expert advice on choosing a soft-sided luggage versus a hard shell suitcase. They're both fine, but when push comes to shove, remember that if it's soft-sided, it can expand or it can squish a little smaller if you need to fit it in that overhead bin. I just released one of my most popular videos as of to date. It has almost 5,000 views after just a couple of days, and that's huge for me. But it's about all the different ways to pack. Like I show you the different methods and you get to choose which one is faster or more efficient for you. When you think about your travel essentials that must fit in there, I want you to think of how you can save space by packing things in a different item. We've already talked about making more space if you need to fill it in. Now we're going to save more space. So for electronics, you can pack them individually. They don't have to go in one of those hard shell cases for electronics only. I used to have one of those and I We'll see if I still have it for a picture, but I like this. It is a TRAVELON product, but it is roll-upable, but I don't have to roll it up. And then when I get in the airplane, I just stick the heavier part down in the pocket in front of me, and I can unzip what I need throughout the flight. When I take my laptop, I will store it in my personal item bag if I'm going through regular security. And then as a standby passenger, we only get on if there's an open spot. So once I know that I have a seat, I will pack that laptop in the outer flap of my suitcase. And then I have more room in my personal bag that fits under the airplane seat in front of me. Another way to save space in your suitcase is when traveling with makeup. Do not pack with a big old toiletry bag. Look how much space that takes up in a carry-on suitcase. It almost takes up half of my carry-on suitcase. So to save all that space, I suggest packing in pouches again because they can find empty pockets of space. If I checked a suitcase very often, or if I was taking a road trip, this type of toiletry bag or makeup bag would be fine. I did buy this men's international, I believe this is the international one. There's also a domestic toiletry kit for men. It also has liquids in it, so if you do get this for the man in your life, make sure they know that liquids go in the liquids bag. I got the international one for my father-in-law, I believe, and this is the domestic one. You can see that is saving more space because it's a smaller pouch type bag. I don't know if a fight is fixing to break out. Nope. Ollie's like, fine, just leave me alone. You've heard me say that when you pack for winter travel, to only pack one pair of jeans, right, in your suitcase. And then every top, therefore, is going to match that pair of jeans or the pants that you're wearing on the airplane, thus saving more space because you're not packing as many pairs of jeans. Okay, here's where I want you to think. You're going to, when you want to save space, that means get rid of the things you don't need. You're going to think minimalistically. What is the minimum amount of clothing that you can pack? If one of your t-shirts or tops for your travel wardrobe will only be able to be worn with that pair of jeans in your suitcase, take it out. You want to pack a top or a shirt that can be worn 2 different times or more. You're wearing those tops as a hangout shirt, as a going out to eat shirt, as a running around town shirt. I have a great black t-shirt that I talked about on Instagram. It is an exercise shirt that's not slicky or shiny and it's not see-through. So I wore it with a little jacket and it went great, but I also could wear it to hang out with during my vacation. For your shampoo containers that go in your liquids bag, there are smaller sizes that actually can fit your shampoo. So for example, when I go stay in a hotel again one day on a beach with perfect temperatures and a cool breeze at night, I can use the hotel shampoo, right, for one time and then only pack like a container that's half this size for the next 2 times that I may need to wash my hair. You can also find smaller little sets like this. I have these, I think it comes in 3 of these and then 2 little plastic ones that I don't really like because plastic just is not reliable to me. Rubber type things can squish and like expand for when you go up and down in air. Compression, that's what it's called. Anyway, I have used these for shampoo and super thick lotion, not my moisturizer because that's too liquidy or runny. But Gold Bond for diabetics, I don't know what's in it, but it is super thick and I will always travel with it. And I will even travel with that in little plastic ones because it doesn't move once it's in there. I used to teach elementary school and one of my former coworkers said the best ideas are shared or stolen. So I hope these travel tips that I've shared with you help you change your way of thinking based on your learning style so that it works for you. All of these videos are meant to be geared towards you and what makes your life easier and your packing for a vacation again more efficient. Thanks for your time. I know you have options of people to watch or listen to. Have a great vacation and you can do it.